Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. Thank you for watching. So, today's video, guys, we're going to ask the question, how bad is 2024 elections going to be? We are hearing so many things. We're watching so many things unfold. Is it going to get out of hand, or is it just going to be another bought election? So, guys, as far as the next election goes, I think, personally, in my opinion, that this is going to get extremely out of hand. Now, as far as violence goes, I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But as far as misinformation and disinformation goes, that's where the problem is going to be. I think we're going to see so much misinformation and so much disinformation and just straight out lies. It's going to get carried away. Now, President Biden is running for president again. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know who's putting him up to this joke. But we have seen him make multiple gaffes, mistakes, and horrendous misinformation over the course of the last, 3 years now? And this is, guys, or 2.5 years, or whatever it is, sorry. But this is bad. We got a president who can't form a full sentence. We have a president who, by every possible way, messes up. I've never seen anybody this, none of us have seen anybody this bad. I don't even think there are other presidents around the world that are this bad. But nonetheless, he's running for president. So now, the misinformation that we're going to see with this guy is going to be astronomically bad. They're going to cover up for him every chance they get. This is President Biden now. They're going to cover up from every chance they get. At what point is the public, Democrats, are going to be like, all right, enough. This guy can't run. He can't form a full sentence. He trips over air. I mean, the guy falls upstairs. How bad could it be that Democrats can't even look at it and go, nah, I'm not voting for him. Now, there are Democrats saying that, but again, to what degree, to what is it going to take, for this president to be ousted? All right. So now we have President Trump running for president. The amount of misinformation that was involved with Trump during his whole presidency was out of control. It's going to get even worse now. But Trump has been very quiet since he had those federal charges brought upon him. 37 charges, guys. Like I said before on my Angry Truth channel, I don't think he's going to get out of this. I can't see how he's going to get out of this. It's going to be nothing short of a nightmare for him to get out of this. He is going to be found guilty on something. 37 charges, guys. There's no way. And with this administration that doesn't like him, there's no way he doesn't get convicted. Zero. And if he does, could he still win the presidency? He possibly could if people vote for him and he wins and then he exonerates himself. Now, all of that going on, a shitbag president, Biden, federally charged president or ex-president, Trump. Then you have DeSantis and RFK. Now, DeSantis, scumbaggery is going to start coming out very, very soon. Like I said before, DeSantis is a hypocrite. He's the biggest hypocrite you're ever going to see. More and more shit's going to come out about him, and then people are going to not vote for him, because I'm not. Now, RFK, there's a lot that I don't know about him that, again, I'm still looking into, I'm still researching, but he's another one that has questionable background as well. I mean, listen, every last politician does. Not one politician is clean. But RFK has not a sketchy, but questionable shit. So again, still entertaining the information with him as of right now. Now, when we enter the realm, guys, of violence, that's the more interesting thing, and I think that's where preppers need to be more concerned. And not concerned, but just keep your eye out on the bullshit that's going on. I'm not sitting here saying, guys, be scared, shit's going to get real. It could get real, but I know a lot of you are armed and will be ready if some shit decides to come your way. That's not the problem. The problem is getting caught in the middle of bullshit that you had no part of. Let's say you're not voting for Trump. Let's say you're not voting for Biden or DeSantis, but you're out for dinner with your wife and your kids and shit gets crazy because of fucking protesters and their bullshit. And now you're caught in the middle of this shit. You're going to have to get busy. You're going to have to fucking get down with the get down and fucking make shit happen to get yourself out of that situation. Now, a lot of the violence, guys, we saw during the last two elections, right? It was the 2020 and the 2016. We saw violence. We saw people, mainly Democrats, picking on people who were voting for Trump, ripping off hats, shirts, trying to beat them up. There was a lady who was voting for Trump who was getting bullied, if you will, and smacked in the head a couple times by Democrats. These people, guys, don't know how to act. And so when they act out and lash out like babies, this is what happens. Now, coincidentally, that lady who's getting beat up on, she made it out of that situation. I think someone had to go in and get her to get her out of there. But nonetheless, this crowd of Antifa, what it looked like Antifa, was surrounding her and starting to push her around. There was another lady who was getting pushed around as well. I think it was by Antifa. Just label them Democrats because it's easier that way. And nonetheless, guys, this shit happened. This violence happened. Now, we are more contentious now in 2023. 2024 is when the election season is going to kick off. It kicked off now, but it officially kicks off next year. How much more violence are we going to see, and how much more shit are we going to have to deal with before we step in? Now, watching these ladies get picked on, obviously I would have jumped in there. That's not to say, guys, I wouldn't have gotten my ass kicked. I would have probably got my ass handed to me. That's a choice you're going to have to make. Is it worth getting your ass handed to you because somebody's getting picked on? I think so, especially if it's a fucking woman, if it's a conservative, if it's a guy and his fucking girlfriend. I think jumping in and helping out and all three of you getting your asses handed to you might be worth it, because they have to know, guys, that somebody's going to protect them. Someone's going to, at the very least, back them up. This is what needs to be done in today's society. We need to back one another up. We can't look at a crowd of people surround another group of people and go, oh, I want nothing to do with that. Unfortunately, guys, if you are a patriot, if you're a conservative, if you're a Republican, if you're just for fucking humanity, you got to step in and get it done. Now, is the violence going to get absorbently bad? I think it's going to get a little worse than it was in 2016 and 2020. I don't think it's going to get to riot levels unless Trump wins. But if he does win, that's an entirely different ballgame altogether. But what are you going to do about the violence that's going to happen in front of you with the 2024 elections? That's the bigger question. I know what I'm ready to do. I know a lot of you guys are ready to do it, but how many of you are ready to step in for someone else? Unfortunately, guys, we're going to see some fucked up shit. We're probably going to see more violence than we've seen in previous years. That is something that we're going to have to wait and see. Now, why am I saying that there's going to be violence? A lot of politicians are saying the same shit. A lot of politicians are saying that 2024 election is going to be horrendous. 2024 election is going to have so much misinformation, disinformation, and possible violence that it can't be ignored. Now, that has me thinking, are they going to have martial law? Are they going to create this violence to institute martial law to keep President Biden in? Or is this just going to be pockets of violence all over the United States, which can't, I mean, they could initiate martial law if they wanted to, but they wouldn't be able to with pockets of violence all over the place. Now, Obama even said the same thing. President Obama, or ex-President Obama, said that 2024 election is going to be bad with misinformation, disinformation, and possible violence. A lot of politicians are saying the same shit, guys, and if a lot of politicians are saying the same thing, they're all looking at the same thing we're looking at. This could be bad, or this could be nothing. Either way, we need to be ready for whatever happens. What might happen, what might not happen. We need to be ready either way. All right, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.